Hey there, fellow car enthusiasts. Welcome back to my channel, where we dive into all things automotive. Today, we're shaking things up with a special summer 2024 market update on both new and used vehicles. So buckle up and get ready for some exciting insights. I've got to say, the new car market is on fire right now. With cutting-edge technology and sleek designs, manufacturers are pulling out all the stops to capture our attention. From eco-friendly hybrids to high-performance sports cars, the options are truly endless. Used car prices. The used car market is finally starting to calm down after a crazy few years when prices skyrocketed. But if you're looking to finance your next ride, you'll still feel the pinch because interest rates are pretty high, which means you'll end up paying more over the life of your loan. As of April, the average price of a used car was $28,550, which is down about 10% compared to a year ago, according to Copilot, a car shopping app that keeps tabs on car prices. The average interest rate on a used car loan is close to 12%, and that can really jack up the cost of buying a car. The Autotrader.ca price index for the first quarter of this year showed that prices are easing up for both new and used vehicles. New vehicle prices hit their peak in September 2023. In March, the average new vehicle price was $66,422, which is up 7.4% from last year, but it actually went down a bit, 0.8% from the month before. For used vehicles, the average price was $37,662, which is 4.0% less than last year and 2.1% lower than February. Demand for used cars is cooling off as more new cars become available, and interest rates make it tough for lower-income folks to afford financing. AutoTrader says that used car prices should keep getting back to normal in the coming months, but don't expect prices to drop all the way back to what they were before the pandemic anytime soon. The used car market is still really tough, says Primac. The prices are way too high. He points out that the prices for used cars are still inflated, and the difference in price between a new car and one that's only a couple of years old isn't that much. So, he suggests that buyers think twice about whether the small savings they might get with a used car are worth giving up the quality and peace of mind that come with a new one. Primac also mentions that interest rates are usually higher for used cars, so if you're financing your purchase, you might not end up saving as much on your payments compared to buying new ones. If you're not saving a lot of money, then there's really no reason to buy a used car, he adds. Car market trends of 2024. In 2024, the used car market has seen prices drop by about 5%, which is good news. But even with this decline, the average price for a used car is still pretty high, sitting above $25,000. This makes it tough for a lot of people who are on a tighter budget and trying to find something affordable. The reason prices are still high is because there's more demand than there are cars available. That's partly because there aren't enough new cars being made, thanks to the chip shortage. So, more folks are turning to used cars instead, which keeps those prices up. Dealerships are struggling to keep cars in stock too. On average, they only have about 44 to 45 days worth of cars to sell. That's not much, and it shows just how much people want to buy cars right now. The chip shortage is also causing delays in making new cars, which means there aren't as many trade-ins or cars coming back from leases to sell as used cars. That's another reason why prices are staying high, even though they've started to come down. A bright side. One bright spot in the used car world is electric vehicles, EVs. The prices for used EVs have dropped a lot. They used to go for around $62,000, but now you can find them for about $30,000 to $32,000. That's a big savings if you're thinking about getting an EV that someone else has already driven. More used EVs are available now because lots of people who leased them are turning them in, and older models are becoming less popular as new EVs get better batteries and can drive farther. Even with used car prices going down overall, a lot of buyers are still dealing with something called negative equity. On average, people owe more than $6,000 on their old car loans than what their cars are worth now. That makes it hard to get a loan for a new car, especially in a market where prices are still high. Negative equity happens when a car's value goes down faster than you pay off your loan, and it can make it harder to get a good deal on a car loan. A battle between car companies. In April 2024, the car market shows a split between brands with too many cars and those with too few. Some brands like Infiniti, Chrysler, and Dodge have more cars than they can sell right now. To get people to buy, Infiniti is offering discounts from 5% to 15% off the regular price. They're also giving good deals on interest rates, which makes it even more tempting for buyers. Chrysler and Dodge are in a similar boat with too many cars on their lots. They also offer big discounts and low interest rates to move their inventory faster. This is especially true for their trucks and SUVs, which are usually popular. On the flip side, brands like Kia, Honda, and Toyota don't have enough cars to meet the demand. Even though they have fewer cars, they haven't raised their prices like the oversupplied brands have. Kia, for instance, has kept its prices steady by controlling how many cars it makes. This means that Kia doesn't need big discounts to get people to buy. Honda and Toyota are known for making dependable cars that hold their value well. They also don't have a lot of cars to sell right now, but they're not raising their prices by much. Instead, they're keeping their prices low and focusing on making good cars that people will keep buying. Overall, the car market in April 2024 is a mix of brands that have too many cars and those that don't have enough. For people who want a good deal, Infiniti, Chrysler, and Dodge are offering some big discounts and low interest rates. But for those who want a good car without spending too much, brands like Kia, Honda, and Toyota are still good choices, where you might be able to get a deal. In 2024, the car market is showing signs of stability after a turbulent few years. Charles Bernard, chief economist at the Canadian Automotive Dealers Association, says that reduced demand and growing inventory are helping to stabilize prices. This means good news for consumers who are looking to score a deal. Bernard points out that some vehicle categories were overbuilt by suppliers, so they're likely to offer discounts and incentives to attract buyers. During the pandemic, dealers didn't need flashy financing deals because demand was high and supply was low. But now, Bernard suggests that dealers are starting to offer more incentives as the market stabilizes. This is particularly true for luxury and electric vehicles, where there's a surplus of inventory. So, if you're in the market for a luxury ride or an electric car, you might find some good deals waiting for you. For buyers navigating today's market, Bernard advises acting quickly and negotiating from an informed perspective. This can make a big difference in getting a fair deal. He also stresses the importance of having good credit. Interest rates have gone up, and the best rates are usually reserved for buyers with strong credit ratings. If you're considering buying a used electric vehicle, EV, now might be a great time. Ryan, an expert in the industry, points out that automakers produced more EVs than consumers wanted over the past few years. As a result, prices for used EVs have dropped significantly. For instance, used Tesla prices have fallen by 17% over the past year and 36% over the last 2 years. Used Model S prices have plummeted by 56% to an average of $32,582, while used Model 3 prices have dropped by 48% to an average of $26,785. To prepare for your purchase, it's a smart move to arrange your financing in advance. Figure out your budget and get financing based on what you can afford monthly and as a down payment. It's recommended to secure financing through your bank or credit union before you visit a dealership. This way, you can compare the terms of dealer financing and ensure you're getting the best deal possible. It's also a good idea to cast a wide net when shopping. Prices outside your local area might be better, so consider expanding your search radius. Websites like TrueCar.com and Consumer Reports' used car marketplace are great tools to find a variety of used models. However, be cautious about searching too far from home. You'll want to be able to see and test drive any car you're considering before making a decision, especially for used cars. The car market in 2024 is beginning to stabilize, presenting opportunities for savvy buyers. With reduced demand and growing inventory, dealers are offering incentives and discounts, especially for luxury and electric vehicles. Buyers should act quickly, negotiate wisely, and ensure their credit is in good shape to secure the best financing rates. Used EVs, particularly Tesla models, are currently offering substantial savings compared to just a year ago. By pre-arranging financing and casting a wide net in your search, you can make the most informed decision and potentially find a great deal on your next vehicle. For more updates and similar content, hit the like button and press the bell icon so you always get intriguing content from us.